So here we are once again for the 4th time in a row. John and John, They Might Be Giants.
By in a row.
Well, you come here.
Explain in a row.
What about the feud in the middle, Jerry?
Well, the feud in the middle was just hell.
The time when you weren't returning our calls.
You never called me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
there. Yes.
I fell out of my right place again, and you considered me, and now I'm where a snail has to be. I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. What you gave, and how can you ever be repaid? How may I give you a hand from the position at your feet where I stand? So let me thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. I'd like to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell.
Where was that at again?
I was in Berlin. We filmed partly in the old eastern section of Berlin and partly in the western portion.
Now, that stuff really work, or did you guys do your special?
The people at the Museum of Broadcasting or the technology museum that it was from were really into the idea that it still worked. But I think some of it actually didn't work quite as well as advertised.
It was advertised?
Yeah, well, they got the little, the little location fee, and I think they were, it looks good.
And you guys did it in like the day, right, or something? Or?
2 days. Yeah,
2 days.
It was during an unbelievable heat wave, and apparently it never gets hot in Germany, and nobody has air conditioning. And we made this video under this unbelievable heat wave, and with incredibly hot lights, and it was just like this perfect kind of toaster oven environment.
Like it is here right now, huh?
Yeah. Well, if you look at the video, you'll see there's like aluminum foil like all over the back, and it's basically like being inside like a Jiffy Pop bag as it's starting up.
As you're about to explode.
Right. The bottom kernel. We'll see your video right now, right here on JBTV, and then we'll be back with They Might Be Giants. And look at this over here, huh? A new person.
Not so shabby.
So how do you like these guys?
Oh, I love these guys. I wouldn't work with anybody else.
Was that a money sound or something? Christian says that all the time.
Hi, I'm John Flansburgh of They Might Be Giants. We've got a new record called John Henry,
Here's a song from it. It's called Destination Moon.
Don't bother to call this room. There's nobody here who can pick up all the stuff they need to talk about, and who won't be now checking out and flying by rocket to the moon, by airplane to the rocket, by taxi to the airport, by front door to the taxi, by throwing back the blanket hanging down the leg. Thank you for the card with the cartooners, but you see there's nothing wrong with me. You think that's what they all say before I blew you away. By rocket to the moon, by airplane to the rocket, by taxi to the airport, by front door to the taxi, by throwing back the blanket hanging down the leg. So the man who sweeps the room brings the secret telegram, the man's official interplanetary exploration. Thank you for the card with the cartooners, but you see there's nothing wrong with me. You think that's what they all say before I blew you away. By rocket to the moon, by airplane to the rocket, by taxi to the airport, by front door to the taxi, by throwing back the blanket hanging down the leg. By rocket to the moon, crawl to the rocket, by coughing at the airport, by limping to the taxi, by throwing back the blanket hanging down the withered leg. As I got hit by a car, there was a message for me. As I went through the windshield, I noticed something subliminal in an unnoticeable way. Important and hard to see. Subliminal. While lying there in my bed, there was a message for me. As I went through the pillow, I noticed something subliminal, noticeable way. Important and hard to see. Subliminal, stare into the subliminal for as long as you can. Stare into the subliminal for as long as you can. Stare into the subliminal for as long as you can. Stare into the subliminal.
JBTV.
That's it. How's it going, Jerry?
Great.
Thanks for having us back.
You're always welcome here.
This is the point of view camera of Jerry Bryant here.
Yes.
Shows you how well we've come, you know.
Do that tipping thing again. See? No matter how far you go, we're following you.
This could be a new kind of aerobics class.
Right. That actually would be better if the woman went like, everybody to the left. Oh, it's breaking.
You know what I think? Mr. Brian Doherty here on the drums. Not a Brian the drummer. That's Brian back there. Look at him. Look at him.
All right, ready, fellas? Here we go.
Meet James Ensor, Belgium's famous painter. Dig him up and shake his hand. Appreciate the man. Before there were junk stores, before there was junk, he lived with his mother and the torments of Christ. The world was transformed, a crowd gathered round, pressed against his window so they could be the first to meet James Ensor, Belgium's famous painter. Raise a glass and sit and stare. Understand the man. He lost all his friends. He didn't need his friends. He lived with his mother and repeated himself. The world has forgotten. The world moved along. The crowd at his window went back to their homes. Meet James Ensor. Meet James Ensor. Belgium's famous painter. Pick him up and shake his hand. Appreciate the man.
We'll be dominating your show.
Of course, I'm going to ask you. I mean, when you come back again and play, you know the song I'm going to request. Which one could that be?
I think it's Istanbul, not Constantinople, Jerry.
You got it.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople, now it's Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul.
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way.
So take me back to Constantinople.
No, you can't go back to Constantinople.
Been a long time gone, Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the worst? That's nobody business but the Turks.
Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way.
So take me back to Constantinople. You can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople. What Constantinople got the word? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul.
Here we go. Istanbul 94. Okay. Denza.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople, now a Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul. Istanbul, even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the worst? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Stand by.
All right. Should we play one of the new ones? Savoir-faire and unrelated. Yes. And now. All right. Here we go. Savoir-faire.
When I walk down the street, most guys look like elves. I don't mean to put them down, but they do. It's hard to understand me from the language I use. There's no word in English for my what's a man like me supposed to do with all this extra savoir-faire? What is left for me to do? Just what to do when the ladies come around. You can try to copy me, but you'll fail. Now you might think you're different, but time will prove me right. When you wake up from your dream, I'll be gone. What's a man like me supposed to do with all this extra savoir-faire? What is left for me to prove?
Extra savoir-faire. Well, here's another song we do. And it's called, what is it?
Do you smile 'cause I'm funny, sentiment? I wasn't joking. said the woman to the man. I was thinking of an unrelated thing. Unconnected and free. No relationship to anything. How come you never look me in the eye? Aren't you listening to me? Said the man. Not at all, not at all, said the woman to the man. I'm still thinking of an unrelated thing. Somewhere other than here. Something else besides the man. Please explain the expression on your face. Then I'll know what's beneath it, said the man. No, you won't. No, you won't, said the woman to the man. I'll be thinking of an unrelated thing. I'll be thinking of an unrelated thing.
Hey, so Jerry, you got that that teleprompter thing or whatever you call it, the Krylon or whatever. No, you can't. You can't. You can put out that stuff, right? So why?
You mean on the screen?
Yeah. No, I know we don't have any cue cards here. I see that. And there's nothing to stare at while you're sending through the camera. Yeah. So why don't you put up the dial-a-song number on the bottom of the screen so people can call? Let me give you that number in case you don't know it. 718-387-6962. I guess they might be trying to dial-a-song service. It's a regular call to Brooklyn. So if you've got relatives in Brooklyn, your parents will think you're calling your relatives. Maybe in the middle of the night. Have that heart to heart.
For 3 minutes.
For 3 minutes. Grandma, I love you. Goodbye. So, what song should we play next?
How about Moon? That's our nickname for it.
Tonight we launch the bird, start to spread the word. We punch through the atmosphere with the signal loud and clear. We're searching for the truth.
ever sign our rock and roll guitar?
I don't know. It looks familiar,
But I'm going to have you do it anyhow because,
things like this in our lives.
well, we're going to get you as our official last signature for the 10th time.
Wow, check it out.
Okay? We need to get a thing here.
freaky, man.
Yeah, you have a good one?
Yeah, good. Find it for you.
What do you got here? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, another song.
Hey.
So here we go. Oh, I was playing a little
You got Duran on this thing?
No, not Duran.
Okay.
See now,
There's a lot of thank yous on this, but I don't see the names.
Well, you got to sort of know the
Belly.
names, and
There's Belly.
there's Belly. Yes, Belly came first, though.
Oh, really? They were the first?
Yes.
I want to wreck this.
All right.
Should we sign it on the strings?
Sign it. On the string. That'll stand out really well.
That's what
Okay.
That'll make it distinctive.
There you go.
It's hard. It's gonna be hard.
What, do you need me to help you here?
I just got to do this, and then we're gonna go.
As the back one goes, Dweezil and Amit, they signed the back here, and it's all gone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know if you know those guys.
Yeah, they don't know much about guitars. No, yeah. Well, is it really permanent? I mean, I guess the
Well,
Sharpie
I mean,
does.
well, now you're erasing everybody's names off. No, yeah, of course it's semi-permanent.
Trying to figure
There's only one band after this.
All right. Who's this? This is a person who obviously thinks it doesn't matter what their signature looks like.
You know, Chris knows because we're putting all these in our graphics system
Uh-huh.
with the names of all the bands.
Barely
so.
let. Actually, it's going away as I look at it.
No. That's going to be, that'll get on somebody's fingers when they play it. Hey, this is nice. Now, who did that?
That's Christian Hirsch, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna sign it on this part here. I don't even know what you call this part of the guitar.
You're supposed to know this stuff.
Yeah, John.
Well, it's
what's
like
going
the
on?
Yeah.
It's like the bridge.
All those years of reading guitar
Something.
magazines.
Yeah. What
And being interviewed by him, you think they'd have a...
Right. I moved on to medium heavy picks. There you go.
There we are.
That's good.
See?
That's it.
John
There you go.
and John.
There
Yep.
you go. That's
And there it is. This will be the final, last signature on this guitar, and it's going to the children's charities. It'll be auctioned off. Now with your signatures, which is now the 20th of being the last signatures on here, big bucks.
all right.
Big bucks.
cool.
So once again, it's been a pleasure having you guys here. And
always
next time you're in town, you know, and
We'll be back.
yeah, and well, you'll probably have a ton of more videos and
Yeah.
cool stuff like that.
All right. Cool. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for
Okay,
having us.
have fun. Do your
Okay.
sound check.
All right.
Have a
See you
great
later.
show, a kick-ass show.
Hello, I'm John,
And I'm John.
and we're They Might Be Giants on B. Okay, start over. Hi, I'm John,
And I'm John.
and we're They Might Be Giants on JBTV, and this song is called Mammal. Glass of milk, standing in between extinction in the cold and explosive radiating growth. So the warm blood flows through the large four-chambered heart, maintaining the very high metabolism rate they have. Mammal, mammal, their names are called, they raise a paw, the bat, the cat, dolphin and dog, koala bear and hog. One of us might lose his hair, but you're reminded that it once was there. From the embryonic whale to the monkey with no tail. So the warm blood flows with the red blood cells lacking nuclei through the large four-chambered heart, maintaining the very high metabolism rate they have. Mammal, mammal, their names are called, they raise a paw, the bat, the cat, dolphin and dog, koala bear and hog, placental, the sister of her brother marsupial. Their cousin called monotreme, dead uncle allotheria. Mammal, mammal, their names are called, they raise a paw, the bat, the cat, dolphin and dog, koala bear and hog, the fox, the ox, giraffe, and shrew, a kid and a caribou.
Hey, you want to do Particle Man?
Sure. All right. So we're gonna cut between all these. Oh yeah. Use this part. Okay, ready?
Yes, sir.
Hey John, what's this song called?
Why it's called Television is a Cool Medium, so no reason to. Let's start again.
Okay.
What's this?
Why don't you just
This
intro
is
this,
totally,
so.
totally freaky. But you gotta count it off. So,
Okay.
let's start with
Particle Man, Particle Man. Okay.
All right.
This song is this is very difficult for me. All right. Here's another song we do. It's called Particle Man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Particle Man, Particle Man.
Let's
Do-
start this over again. You don't have to. No.
Mike's chords here.
That was. I thought that was fun.
Okay. I mean, why don't we just start it cold and get it right? I mean,
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's
totally
classic, John.
It's really.
All right,
painful.
here we go. Here's another song we do. It's called Particle Man. 1, 2, 3, and Particle Man.
Sorry. It's like. Yeah. I mean, don't count it. Just tap your foot twice, and I'll.
Come on, guys, you're our favorite band.
Sorry,
We're counting
okay,
on
sorry.
you now.
It's just-
We're gonna lose. We're gonna be your second,
Just
and then
like-
your third.
just
And,
No,
all right, okay, I won't count.
always
John.
are the best.
Calm down. Here we go. Here's another song we do. It's called Particle Man. Particle Man, Particle Man, doing the things Particle can. What's he like? It's not important. Particle Man, is he a dot or is he a speck? When he's underwater, does he get wet? Or does the water get him instead? Nobody knows. Particle Man. Triangle Man, Triangle Man, Triangle Man hates Particle Man. They have a fight, Triangle wins, Triangle Man. Universe man, size of the entire universe man, usually kind, smaller man, universe man. He's got a watch with a minute hand, millennium hand, and a neon hand, and when they meet, it's a happy land. Powerful man, universe man. Person man, hit on the head with a frying pan, lives his life in a garbage can. Person man, is he depressed or is he a mess? Does he feel totally worthless? Who came up with person man? Degraded man, person man. Triangle man, Triangle man, Triangle man hates person man. They have a fight, Triangle wins, Triangle man. Hey, Youssef. You want to use this stool?
You gotta do everything on JBTV here.
All right. You ready? Here's a song off our new record called She's Actual Size. The album is called Apollo 18, and this is how, let's start that again, sorry. Okay. Here's a song off our new album called Apollo 18. This song is called She's Actual Size. Words fail, buildings tumble, the ground opens wide, light beams down from heaven. She stands before my eyes. She's actual size, but she seems much bigger to me. Squares may look distant in a rear view mirror, but they're actual size, believe. Big men often tremble as they step aside. I thought I was big once, she changed my mind. She's actual size, but she seems much bigger to me. I've never known anybody like her. She's actual size, believe. She's got all the money money couldn't buy. She's got something special someone left behind. She's actual size, but she seems much bigger to me. I've never known anybody like her. She's actual size, believe. Her face hangs in portrait on the post office wall. She's stuck in my heart now, where my blood belongs. She's actual size, but she seems much bigger to me. Squares may look distant in a rear view mirror, but they're actual size, nationwide believe.
You're on JBTV.
All right. You want to do When It Rains? Sure. The shotgun technique. You can just like take the ones that stink out.
None of your stuff stinks. What is the stink stuff?
Well, try this.
This mic is really pop. You can hear the pops.
All these pops.
Who is that guy anyway?
I had him do an exercise. He says, yeah, I work out every day. I said, well, I'll do some push-ups for us. I want to ask you.
Thanks. Because we can't.
You wouldn't make any claims.
I haven't done push-ups in. I've never done push-ups. Hey, John. Rock and roll.
Introduce the song.
Yeah. You're on JBTV. Which camera is on me? Hey, this is John. I'm John. We're They Might Be Giants. This song is called When It Rains, It Snows.
There's a knock at the door that I adore. There's a face at the window, a smiling yellow face. There's a knock at the door, and if I were at home, they'd find me there. There's a note on the door that I would see, and the furniture's barely been moved from where it was. There's a note on the door, and the note would say, when it rains, it snows. When it rains, it snows. I wondered why, and now I know that when it rains, it snows. There's a nut with a shotgun, bang, bang, bang. There's a doctor, a waitress, a fireman with a hat. There's a nut with a gun. There's enough so they'll never know which one. When it rains, it snows. I wonder why. When it rains, it snows.
Number 2 this week.
Mariah Carey in her first number 0 song.
Now what do you want to do?
I don't know. Should we do any more songs? How many songs would be appropriate?
As many as you want. You got to do
It's probably easier for us to do more songs and less interview in our present condition.
That's
So,
fine. That's fine.
so maybe we should do that.
And how you interview is sort of
Okay, let's do that one.
You got to do Istanbul too.
Oh yeah, we'll do that one.
That's my favorite song of all time.
Okay. Have you heard the?
You guys were, and I'm playing.
Okay,
This is the mellow version of the song.
right. We'll do it a little faster. I counted
Oh,
off
no,
a
I
little
thought it was
slow.
all right.
You thought that was okay?
That was good.
Okay.
You want me to introduce it and then you kind of?
Okay, yeah. Mention the album.
Okay. All right. Which camera's on? That's the first shot. Put it on the first shot. Opening shot. Which one's we on?
I'll do it. Okay, I'm going to go right into
When
your
I-
talk, okay?
Oh, you're editing this app post-production?
Yeah. We're shooting
Crazy, man.
ISO. Both these cameras are ISO.
Wow. Hey, that costs money, man.
Wow.
Guys, come on.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll do it through this camera then. All right. Hi, we're John and John of They Might Be Giants, and you're on JBTV. This is a song off Apollo 18, and it's called I, Palindrome I.
Someday.
Oh, should I count it off? I'm sorry.
No, I can.
Because you got to come in for that chord.
No, I'll get it. I mean, if you're gonna come that fast, I'll do it.
Okay,
here.
good. Sorry.
Okay.
Do it again. Say it's our,
Okay. Ready? Hi, we're They Might Be Giants, and you're watching JBTV. Here's the song off our new album, Apollo 18, and this song is called I, Palindrome I.
Someday mother will die and I'll get the money. Mom leans down and says my sentiments exactly. You son of a bitch, I palindrome I. I palindrome I. And I am a snakehead eating the head on the opposite side. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. See that bulletproof dress hanging from the clothesline. See the medical chart with the random zigzag. Now I'll help you decide. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. And I am a snakehead eating the head on the opposite side. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. Son, I am able, she said, though you scare me, watch, said I. Beloved, I said, watch me scare you, though, said she. Able in my son, see the spring of the grandfather clock unwinding. See the heads of my offspring making windmills. Dad palindrome, Dad, I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. And I am a snakehead eating the head on the opposite side. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I. I palindrome I.
It's part of that groovy
You'll deal with it first.
cinema,
We'll edit.
cinema verite. Right. You could mat that out, right? Let's do some like morphing thing. Just some fancy morphing technique.
We're also going to do the collage.
Right, yeah. Right, exactly. I want to be the giraffe, okay? Can we do that? Right. All right.
So let's do an elaborate instruction.
The what?
An elaborate instruction. We introduce every song the same way. So.
Oh, don't introduce it?
Yeah, let's just
Okay. You want to start leaning back?
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople, now Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York.
All right.
You gotta do this one good.
That's it. Right. No,
Here, why don't you work
really know, and we really know how to play this.
nice and wide, move right in. Let's get nice tight shots.
All right.
I'm gonna work you on this.
All right. Okay. Stay with me, babe. Here we go.
Istanbul was Constantinople, now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople, now Turkish delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul, not Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody business but the Turks. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way.
So take me back to Constantinople.
You can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone, Constantinople. Why Constantinople got the word? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul.
My favorite song of all time. We gotta change the theme.
So there they are. They might be giants. Classic footage. Now I know you're going to say, Jerry, you played Istanbul live performance earlier in the show. And why are you doing it again? And because I love the song, it's my favorite song of all time. They Might Be Giants, that was some classic footage, and they were just in the studio. Now, coming up week to week here on JBTV, I'm going to be bringing you all kinds of weird television. And I'm going to keep it looser than, you know, all my regular shows. This is, you're going to see the stuff in between, because it's classic performances now, and all the new stuff, of course, I'll edit all the good stuff out, but, you know, you get to see the way things look. Anyhow, this is JBTV, the Jerry Bryant Show on Great American Access Television. Now, next week I'll be back. I'm going to try to do a Frank Zappa special, so be watching for that, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye, and keep on rocking. This is Jerry Bryant signing off from Chicago with They Might Be Giants. Hope you've enjoyed them. Oh, fan letters, JBTV, 216 West Ohio, Chicago, 60610. That's our address. JBTV, care of Jerry Bryant. And our address again is 216, that's 216 West Ohio, Chicago, 60610. And that's the way it goes. We'll see you next week right here on Access. Bye-bye.
Make a hole with a gun perpendicular to the name of this town in a desktop globe. Exit wound in a foreign nation, showing the home of the one this was written for. My apartment
basement looks upside down from there. Water spirals the wrong way out the sink, and her voice is a backwards record. It's like a whirlpool and it never ends. And I are getting old and we still haven't walked in the glow of each other's majestic presence. Listen and hear my words are the ones you would think I would say if there was a me for you. All alone at the 64 World's Fair, 80 dolls yelling small girl after all. Who was at the DuPont Pavilion? Why was the bench still warm? Who had been there? Or the time when the storm tangled up the wire to the horn on the pole at the bus depot, and in back of the edge of hearing, these are the words that the voice was repeating. In the glow of each other's majestic presence. Listen and hear my words are the ones you would think I would say if there was a me for you. When I was driving once I saw this painted on a bridge.
I don't want the world, I just want you to have.
They don't need me here and I know you're there, where the world goes by like the humid air, and it sticks like a broken record. Everything sticks like a broken record. Everything sticks until it goes away, and the truth is we don't know anything. And I are getting old and we still haven't walked in the glow of each other's majestic presence. Listen and hear my.
This month, Cutting Edge Chicago celebrates its 5th birthday, and we're happy to bring you our 3rd interview with They Might Be Giants, who first appeared on an early episode way back in 1990. Back then, John Flansburgh and John Linnell were touring alone with all their backing music pre-recorded. The second time we met up with them, they were being joined by a full band for part of their concert. Now, with the release of John Henry, their 5th album, they're a full-fledged band, both on the record and on tour. We met once again with guitarist John Flansburgh while They Might Be Giants were in town for 2 sold-out shows at the Vic Theater.
Sir hand, or is it ma'am? I fell out of my right place again, and you considered me, and now I'm where a snail has to be.
Oh well, it was pretty linear. I mean, basically we were working with a full band in the live show for the last 2 years, and once we realized that we were going to stick with the band format, it just seemed like the natural thing to do, a full band project. I think, you know, it was really like a challenge at first to figure out how it was going to work with what we were sort of established, you know, a sound for what we were doing, and it was very electronics based. So, but you know, as time went on, it just seemed more and more natural to work with a band and take advantage of what a band has to offer. And we now have like a set 6-piece lineup that has 2 horns. And I think the horns are kind of incorporate a lot of different things. And it's funny because in a rock context, there's like, people kind of go like, oh yeah, are you doing like a jazzy thing? Or are you doing, you know, what, like, but I think there's sort of a long tradition in just like pop music having horn charts in it. And certainly, you know, there are improvisational things you can do with horns that sound great, and R&B things that sound great with horns. So it just seems like a pretty versatile lineup to have the full rhythm section and horns. Well, the story behind AKA Driver is pretty simple, really. You know, we didn't want to get sued for using the word night bulb, and kind of discovered that you can sing about anything you want in a song. That's protected speech. That's like your First Amendment in action. Bob Dylan can write a song that says Exxon sucks, but you can't title the song Exxon sucks and then have the title be on a piece of product that's sold in a store, because it's, you know, and the notion of copyright is that it's something that you lose if you don't protect it. If Exxon or NyQuil or anybody who owns a trademark doesn't actually make a point of protecting their trademark, they lose it. Like aspirin in the turn of the century was a trademarked name for a product. I mean, there was generic aspirin, but somebody actually owned the word aspirin, but because they never made any effort to protect it, they lost their copyright on it. So it's a kind of a double bind that, like, you can't, you're going to get in trouble because they're duty bound to protect their copyright, their trademarked product. So basically, we didn't have to change the words to the song, which was the important part, and I couldn't really think of a better title for the song. So just it seemed like, you know, AKA was probably the appropriate thing, since people know it means also known as. We tour a lot, you know. You know, it's the past couple of years have involved a lot of road work, and part of that was just to get the band together and really figure out how we were going to work our material in with the live group. So that was beneficial, but I think it's funny because it's like part of it is, you know, there are things that you're willing to do when you're, you know, 20 years old that you're not willing to do when you're 30 years old, and you know, even though the ride is infinitely smoother now, and you know, we don't have to sleep on people's floors, and we don't have to drive all night and then do a show too often. It does just seem like, you know, kind of still like a sort of a soul-crushing activity. I guess it's like when we were just starting out and everything was a new experience, you're willing to put up with more of it, and it still seems creative, and it allows you to do your job and be involved in this project. Now I feel like, to some extent, the amount of touring that we're doing is actually getting in the way of the creative side of it. It's like I know that I'm not going to be able to write songs for this number of weeks because I'm just going to be either too exhausted, or my day's going to be filled up with other stuff. So I guess it's, you know, it's whether you like it or not, you sort of end up, you know, sounding like some, you know, old turd who doesn't like their job even though they've got the world on a plate, you know. I mean, I feel, you know, strange about it. I have mixed emotions about it, because I know that, you know, most musicians are working really hard just to have the opportunity to tour. So I feel like, you know, kind of selfish for saying like, oh yeah, it's a drag. I don't have a modem. Friends of mine, you know, are on America Online and CompuServe a bunch, and you know, I like sift through the, like, you know, good and bad reviews of what we're doing.
That's what I was going to ask, if you're aware of the news group and how it feels to know that there are thousands of people out there every day.
Well, it doesn't seem like thousands of people. It seems like there's about 24 people who are, like, very actively, you know, talking about things.
A lot of people read it, though.
Yeah, I guess so. I wish there was more real information on it. We're working with a guy at Elektra who's, like, actually putting articles and things we've written for our information club and other things that have, like, just actual things to think about, because a lot of it is very fan based rather than, like, it's not like a library or some place where you actually get information. It's sort of more like, you know, it's just like, it just seems like blabbing to me. I mean, some of it's, you know, critical and interesting, and some things, like, open your eyes to things that you actually never think about, you know. I mean, and some of it's fair and some of it's not. It can really be like a high school slam book or something at times, you know. There's portions of it that really just seem like kind of pathetic, but you know, it's just another way to, you know, get feedback about what you're doing. But I think, you know, in our situation, you know, we actually get, you know, plenty of feedback. I think, if anything, you know, it's probably at this point in our lives, it's probably best to just try to tune out what, you know, I mean, we so don't fit in with what you're supposed to be doing, you know, whether it's Prince or Pavement, you know, we definitely are not fulfilling our obligation as rock performers, and so I think it's probably better for us to just not even think about those issues.
I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell. I want to thank you for putting me back in my snail shell.
No, we actually worked with a German director, this guy Nico Bayer, who's very German, and it was our first experience with a full-blown language problem. And there was like lots of discussions that just kind of went into the air because he didn't speak English that well, and it was definitely like borderline Sprockets kind of deal. But it was fun to do. We went to East Berlin in the summer and shot it in a abandoned TV studio, right? Like an old East German TV studio. And it was pretty interesting vibe. We were trying to do something that had a really different look than anything we'd done before. I mean, to a certain extent, we're stuck being ourselves, but one thing is that we've always done videos that were kind of like personal and a little bit on the fetishy side, and I think we want to do something that's a little bit straighter and basically after a dozen videos or so, it's hard to get really excited about how you're going to present an idea when, I directed these 2 videos for Frank Black at the beginning of last year, and that was much more exciting for me than I think I'm ever going to be able to feel about a They Might Be Giants video. And that sounds kind of horrible in a way, because it's like, They Might Be Giants is definitely, a project that I'm into, but it's making videos. You really have to like cook up a lot of different stuff, and you're up against a lot of weird barriers, and I guess like having just done so many of them and collaborated on so many of them with Adam Bernstein in the past, it's hard to really know like what the next direction should be. I think in a way the snail shell video is probably slicker than in my personal taste, but I don't know like. Well, I guess when we do our next video, we'll have a chance to like just sort of explore another direction in it, because it'll probably be even less slick than our previous ones.
I'm Mary Bagheera at the House of Blues in the world-famous French Quarter. Tonight, we're coming to you from New Orleans and Los Angeles for a double bill featuring the alternative circuit superstars They Might Be Giants. House of Blues in the New Orleans French Quarter. We'll have more Victoria Williams later, but now, from New Orleans, led by the Brooklyn-based duo of John Flansburgh and John Linnell, the 2 Johns as they're known, They Might Be Giants, live from the House of Blues.
Constantinople, now to Istanbul, and Constantinople, been a long time gone. Constantinople, now triggers your light on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul. Constantinople, so you've a date. Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but it's hers. Istanbul. Istanbul. Even old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just liked it better that way. So take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but it's hers. Stand by.
The unit of expression for us is the song, and everything we do really is revolves around what you can do with a song.
I think that we, have had this periodic problem where we try and do something that's interesting and new, and it comes off as weird, but we're really not about being weird. And once you're familiar with what we're doing, it's not weird at all, It's just something interesting and new.
In my prison cell I think these words. I was careless, I can see that now. I must be silent, must contain my secret smile. I want to tell you, you my very, you my iron bars. When I met a shadow on my window shade, they called the police and testified. But they're like the people tied up in a cave, in the allegory of the people in the cave. I think no one understands, no one knows my plan. Why the dancing, shouting, why the shrieks of pain, the lovely music, why the smell of burning autumn leaves. Understands, no one knows my plan. Why the dancing, shouting, why the shrieks of pain, the lovely music, why the smell of burning autumn leaves. In my prison cell I bide my time. Here we go. Always thinking, always busy, cooking up an angle, making up a tiny blueprint of the angle, cooking up the burning autumn leaf. No one understands, no one knows my plan. I must be silent, must contain my secret smile. I want to tell you, you my Mary, you my iron bar. No one understands, no one knows my plan. Who's that playing? Hey, the guitar. Is it Jim? I don't know. Is it Jim? I don't know. In the spaceship, the silver spaceship, the lion takes control. In the spaceship, the silver spaceship, the lion takes control. Hey! Who's that playing? Hey! The guitar. Hush, my darling, be still, my darling. The lion's on the phone. Hush,
Be still, my darling. Hey! Turn it on, guitar. I can't hear this guitar. Introducing Mr. Darling. The silver spaceship, the lion waves goodbye. In the spaceship, the silver spaceship, the lion waves goodbye.
Stay tuned for more music coming.
She's got her ear to the wall, said she's tapping the calls. But you got a secret, boy. Get about it, 'cause she's a hotel detective, my little hotel detective. Yeah, she's the hotel detective. Why don't you check her out? Oh, well, the bellhop is funky. Does the weenus the monkey? Let's knock at the door, boy. Get about it, 'cause she's a hotel detective, my little hotel detective. Yeah, hotel detective. Come on and check her out. She says she likes my face. She says she owns the place. Get about it, 'cause she's a hotel detective, my little hotel detective. Come on, hotel detective. Why don't you check her out? Hotel detective, come on and swing with me. Hotel detective, on the top of a tree. Hotel detective, and make me feel like a bee. Hotel detective, that's where I want to know you.
Called monotremes, dead Uncle Alotheria. Mammal, mammal, their names are called. There is a pond, the bat, the cat, dolphin and dog, koala bear and hog, the fox, the ox, giraffe and shrew, the kid and the caribou.